Shalom. This is Truth is Everlasting, Lion's Den. I am Yahweh Sah. I camp out with Lion Den Ha One by Ben Yashuad in Jacksonville, Florida, Slakia. But first, I'd like to say a prayer to the Father, to the Son, to the elders, to the archons, and to the women and children. Kal, Halayim La, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Bahashem, Ha, Rokak, Kodash, Mahamah. In the name of Yahweh Shai, in spirit and holy and truth, double honors to the 144,000 chosen elect, double honors to the elders of GMS, double honors to my elder Hawan, salutation to the archons who are on the four corners of the earth, and to the women and children's Shalom. Well, we got to keep an eye on what's going on with the borders, right? Because things are getting serious, and 2024 has not hit yet. So it says here that whistleblower gets ready for mass roundups of illegal across America as government-funded bounty hunters are activated. That's interesting, huh? First, Edomites in power in America, right, tell our people, our Latin people, so-called Negros, Latino, Native, and speckled birds, they can come in, right? And now that they lied to them and they're living in the streets in the cold, okay? But at the same time, they're letting in as well people that are considered criminals, probably in gangs, probably drug dealers, right? And now they want to come up with a solution and send out bounty hunters, right? That's interesting. The title of this lesson is called The End Has Come, right? It's getting closer every day when we, the Hebrew Israelites, see the signs, okay? Now, when Yahweh the Father turns Yahweh Shai loose to come and, destroy and take this wicked world system out, we don't know, not even the angels. But we know it's getting closer to the end. I'll play a little bit, and then I go into scripture. Here we go.
All right, welcome everybody. Mike Adams here with an emergency broadcast. As you know, the state of Texas is being invaded. Well, the whole country is being invaded by illegal immigration. And joining me today as sort of a last-minute deal here is a whistleblower who has been hired in order to transport illegal immigrants across the country and deposit them in various cities and states, including sanctuary cities. And his call sign is Red Cell, and he joins us right now by audio only in order to give us his firsthand perspective of exactly how this program is being run and what's going on. So welcome, sir, Red Cell. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
All right. Go ahead and take us down the rabbit hole here. To the extent that you can. I want to protect your operational security and privacy and your buddies and everything else. But tell us what you can about sort of what you've been hired to do and why you feel the need to blow the whistle on this.
Well, the main reason to hire is to transport these immigrants from the state of Texas that are coming in and shipping them off to the sanctuary cities as far as New York, Chicago, Colorado, LA, and that's basically that's the job. That's the job that's required, but it's just a lot more to that than what they're trying to see. And a lot of these people here, they've seen it on the news, like it's only, okay, well, they're getting them out of the state of Texas and they're only going to these cities. That is not the case. You know what I'm saying?
So they're being dropped off en route all over the place, or what's the deal?
So with that being said, just to understand kind of the rules and everything that goes along with it, the whole mission that they're getting paid for is to get them out of the state of Texas. This is Governor Abbott. We have to get them out of the state of Texas. Now, we try to persuade them to not get off the bus, because if they want to leave and get off, we cannot hold them against their will. You understand? We're not law enforcement, so they can actually have the law enforcement called on us and get us thrown in jail for that. So we try to persuade them to stay on the bus to get to your location and what you're trying to go to. So once we get out of the state of Texas, it's open ball game. If they want to stop at somewhere, we stop. And they're like, hey, I want to get off of here. Okay, well, if you understand that as soon as I cut your wristband off, you're done. You can't get on this bus no more. And with mine, we had maybe 2 people do that. But for all the other contractors that was there, there was cases to where you're going all the way to Chicago, to New York, and it's like 50 people max on these buses. There's these, what do you call it, buses, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like commercial, like tourism type
stuff
buses.
like that. You got different companies trying to get on that. We'll get on that here in a minute. But some of them were getting there with 50 people on the bus and only arriving with 2, meaning in between every single state going up there, they are getting dropped off or left in them states. So with everybody thinking, oh, well, they're just getting to this spot and that's it. They're leaving them there. Big no, not happening. It's not true.
Okay, right, because, a lot of Texans actually support the idea that Governor Abbott is sort of, dare I say, dumping these illegals on cities like Chicago and New York and LA in order to try to, force them to realize the depth of the problem here, or the scale of the problem. But what you're saying is that oftentimes the migrants don't even end up in those cities. They're dropped off in Indiana or Illinois or somewhere in between, right?
Anywhere in between. So I'm just going to tell you right now. So with that, and as far as transportation, that's what's happening there. And they are stopping at every other state. It's not just certain locations these people are getting dropped off at. Now, when you get to the kind of people that you're talking about, that gets into a different realm. But before we hit into that, we can go back to the Governor Abbott, like you were speaking. So there's 2 things behind this, like it always is. It's never going to stop. One of them is political. We all understand that, but which a lot of Texans and everybody, we believe that is the right thing to do, is to get them out of here. So that's one thing we all agree on. Like, okay, that's great. Get them out of here and everything. And the second is money. Let's not get twisted. Let's not, go around and be like, oh, well, it's just all political. No, it's not. It's money. So when I'm talking about money, this is the big one right here that's going to hit as far as TDEM, which is the Texas Department of Emergency Management. They're the ones that are in charge of getting these contracts and everything. Well, the actual security companies that we were actually doing this work for, the bus systems and the bus companies win and everything that awarded this contract, that was received this contract, that's Governor Abbott's buddy. So,
oh, really?
That kind of lets you know how the circle goes, scratch and scratch. That's how they do it. And now you got to understand, for every bus that we're doing, it's $5,000 a head. That's $250,000 for each one that gets shipped out.
Wait, well, hold on a second. $5,000 a person?
$5,000 a head.
Wait a minute. So the state of Texas, you're saying, is paying $5,000 to the bus transportation company?
$5,000 a head. So it's $250,000.
I mean, that's more than a first-class airplane ticket.
It's $1 billion project. It ain't moving. That's just what it is. It's money, man.
What do they get? They get like free gold on the trip or something? Why?
They don't get nothing. So on the trip, they're allowed. You give them MREs, and of course, if we stop at certain spots, we can let them out. You scan them on, scan them off. They can get some food or whatever. You got to understand, they are getting paid money too as well. These people are getting $1,200. Oh, they're getting paid $1,200, and they're getting a cell phone. They're getting clothing. They're getting everything right there. Okay.
Wait a second. So are they being paid $1,200 when they arrive at the destination, or to get on the bus, or
no, at the destination? So I'm gonna clear that up right now. So the whole thing is, Texas just signed a law now saying it's illegal or it's felony or whatever to come over without having your paperwork and everything. Excuse me. Right. Just as of now. Well, actually, about a month ago or a few weeks ago, it went into law. So before that, TDEM, they were getting these people and saying, hey, don't worry about filling out your paperwork about your sanctuary. Come on, and we'll fill it out while you're over here to get you over there. Why not? Bring it, getting flooded because it's $5,000 a head.
Wow. Well, now, hold on a second. So I have so many questions. How are these people being paid this money? Is it like on a Visa card? Is it cash?
So as far as the people that are getting paid, that goes through the state and it goes through some federal deal. I didn't really quite understand how they did that, but the federal part comes in with their cell phones. And so, like, one instance, we had a whole family that was on there, 6, 7, 8 people, and one of them trying to be slick, they're like, "Oh, I forgot my phone at the base or wherever, you know, where we were picking them up at," and they were like, "No, yeah, we can't. Let's go. Let's get him off the bus now." And I was like, "Well, why? You know, like, leave him there." And then they go, "No, because that phone is the way that the government uses to track them."
Why is the government tracking them?
You can come up with your own stuff on that. I have no idea, but that phone is designed for that, so they can track where these people are at.
Well, I would imagine they're trying to make sure they get the right number of them into the right districts where they, like swing states, where they can outvote Trump probably in the coming election, is my guess. But I guess there could be a lot of reasons for that. Now, what about, are they given like food and water on the trip?
Yeah, food and water is provided, everything on there, blankets, everything. They have that. You got to understand, these people are coming from, you know, different parts of the world. Most of the ones that I was going through, which were all Venezuelan. So,
wow,
that's a different.
Okay, yeah, I wanted to ask you. I'm sorry to interrupt. Like, what can you describe? Because we've heard a lot of people, you know, many reporters that are covering this, like Michael Yon and Ann Vandersteel and Anthony Rubin and so on. They say there's a lot of military-age males. Did you see that?
With the military-age males, me being, that's my background, looking at these people, their demeanor, how they are, nah, it ain't that. Most of the ones that we were transporting, I hate to say it like this, but they're all criminals, man. Straight up criminals.
Whoa.
Criminals.
Oh, wow. So you were seeing what, like tattoos? And
no, you're talking about understand Spanish, and I can understand exactly what they're trying to do when they get there. They're talking about when they get there, which kind of dope they're going to try to get, how they had it down to the T. Now, these people here, so the ones that you're seeing on the news and the ones that they're coming out, one that I seen that was outside the actual, I believe it was the Roosevelt Hotel or somewhere that's in Chicago where it's dropping them off at. They're showing them on the outside saying, yeah, they're barely giving us food and all this. Nah, those are the rare part of the ones that are actually being out there. Those are the families right there to where I feel bad about because they have no choice. You know, they understand what's going on. I mean, you can't blame the kid. I mean, you can't do none of that. I mean, we're all human. But these individuals we're transporting and dropping off, and the ones that I'm saying that are getting off the bus, in between them, I'm going to have to say they're all criminals, man. Straight up.
Okay, so like MS-13 type of people?
You gotta understand what Venezuela did. They did it almost like what Castro did. They got rid of everything that's in their prisons.
So they're just emptying the prisons and sending them to Texas?
Yep. But who's doing it? Who's giving them across that? They got to go through a lot of stuff to get here. They can't just do that on their own without any kind of funding or help.
United Nations.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean...
There we go. Right? So, you know, the so-called Negro Latino, Native American speckled birds, that you know, the Latinos that are coming from other countries into America thinking this is the home of the free and of the richest, you know, they're going to have a rude awakening, especially if they're coming in the time of winter, okay? I think they only give them, 30 days, 60 days to stay in a hotel, and after that they're on their own in the streets, right? $1,200 is nothing. They spend that not only in one day, probably in 1 hour. The way, you know, the prices are so high out here, right? On top of that, they're coming to a country that is high tech. Okay? Cameras all over the place. So, and if it's true what he's saying, that, you know, the people are criminals from prison in their country turned loose, well, they came to the wrong place. On top of that, being, you know, Jake, who has broken God's laws, they're in big trouble. I want to go to Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 3. Now is the end come upon thee. I will send my anger upon thee. I will judge thee according to thy, I gotta hit that, ways, and will recompense upon thee all thy abominations. Yeah, you know. Same thing is going to happen to America, is going to happen to Israel, right? Because the wicked ones, right, in power have polluted the sanctuary, okay? Now, they're talking about the Hispanics coming back in here, but let me remind you that the Edomites, that the Bible, calls them, they like to call themselves white, they're still standing in stolen land. They're not from here, right? So they're pointing a lot of fingers, but, there's an old saying in the Bible, I forgot what chapter, you point one finger, but you're really, it's three fingers you're pointing at yourself. I want to go to Romans chapter 2. Let me get it over here. Chapter 2, verse 6. Who will render to every man according to his deeds? Verse 7. To them, who by patience continue in will doing, seek for glory and honor and immortality, eternal life. Right? Those who are called to come back to do the work of Yahweh Shai, those who repent, right? The so-called Negros Latinos, Native American speckled birds only. It's not for the whole world. Verse 8. But unto them that are continuous and do not obey the truth, but obey unrighteousness, indignation, and wrath. Woo! Not good, right? Verse 9. Tribulation and anguish upon every soul of man that do evil, of the Jews first, and also of the Gentiles. Well, we got to remember that we will call so-called Puerto Rican, so-called African, right? So-called Cuban, Venezuelan, right? Well, since they want to hold on to that fake identity, okay, and now they came to America, supposedly home of the free, well, they're going to find out they just entered into a prison country. Verse 10. Wait, let me look over here. No, Slaka. Verse 9 is good for me. I want to go to Psalm chapter 62. Give me a minute. Songs. Ooh, what happened there? Oh well. So I'm looking. Here we go. 62, verse 11. Yahweh has spoken once, twice have I heard this, that power belongs unto Yahweh. Verse 12. Also unto thee, O Yahweh, belongs mercy, for thou renderest to every man according to his works. Well, 2/3 of our people, so-called Negros Latino, Native American speckled birds, don't care about doing the work of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, right? They want to chase the bag, right? And at the same time, the system of this wicked world is making it harder and harder every day, right? Raising prices of rent, or if they bring the rent down, they're still bringing the prices of food and clothes, water, right? Gas, right? And the dollar's shrinking by the minute, so they gotta what? Put more hours to make more paper, to work for that piece of paper, right? Soon to go into a digital currency, invisible money, right? With new rules about what money is and what money is not. Verse 12. I want to go back to Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 4. And my eye shall not spare thee, neither will I have pity, but I will recompense thy ways upon thee, and thy abomination shall be recompensed, Slakia, in the midst of thee, and ye shall know that I am Yahweh. Yeah, because in the bottom line is it's Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai who's controlling all things, wicked and righteous, good and bad. Okay, he's just using the Edomites, which he created for wickedness. Okay, to show the whole world, right, what wickedness, destruction really is, and at the same time to perfect his people, the so-called Negros, Latino, American speckled bird. But he's only coming. Remember, when he sent Yahweh Shai to come back to remove this wicked world, he's only coming back for 144,000 chosen elect, and 1/3. Okay, 2/3 are going to be left behind. I can only hope that I'll be one of those chosen ones, okay, of 144,000. That's what I can do. But 2/3 ain't looking good. I want to go to Ezekiel chapter 5, verse 11. Wherefore, as I have lived, said Yahweh, surely because thou hast defiled, here we go, my sanctuary with all thy detestable things and with all thy abominations. Therefore will I also diminish thee, neither shall my eye spare, neither will I have any pity. Yeah. They have put these fake 105, what they call that? 105, 105.3 incorporated churches, okay, that our people still keep going. They're still worshiping Christmas, New Year's, right? In Latin countries, they practice what they call that, Carnival, right? Celebration of the dead, right? People half naked. Crazy, right? 2023, going to 2024, and they're still practicing these pagan, wicked holidays. They're not going to get away. No. I want to go to Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 5. Thou said Yahweh, and evil, and only evil, behold, is come. Verse 6, an end is come, the end is come. Slakia. It watches for thee, behold, it is come. Yeah. It's been here for a while and it's growing. That second shutdown, it's going to look so bad. You cannot compare it to the first shutdown. This second shutdown that is coming, that's it for America. There's no turning back. And the wicked ones know it. That's how come they're building bunkers, right? Spending not only in the thousands, but some of them spending in the million, right? Almost like making a big city underground. Not they're going to escape, because they're not. Verse 7, the morning is come unto thee, O thou that dwells in the land. The time is come, the day of trouble is near, and not the sounding again of mountains. Yeah. Because the mountains talking about governments. They're going to be hiding. Okay? They know that when Yahweh Shai comes back in those so-called UFOs, which they're not really UFOs, the Bible calls them chariots or clouds, and he comes back with the host of angels, an army of angels. Hmm? These wealthy people do not want to be, standing on land to see that. They're going to hide. Okay? Because Yahushua is coming first for them. First class. Verse, gotta hit that. Verse 8. Now will I shortly pour out my fury upon thee, and accomplish my anger upon thee. I will judge thee, according to thy ways, and will recompense. I keep saying recompense. Slakia, thee for all thy abominations. Verse 9, and my eye shall not spare, neither will I have pity. I will recompense thee according to thy ways, and thy abominations that are in the midst of thee. And ye shall know that I am Yahweh that smites. Woo! That's going to go to 2/3 of our people, so-called Negros, Latino, neck, and speckled birds, and also to the heathens, to the wicked ones. Okay? Because, the people in power today, Scripture says that the earth is given to the hands of the wicked. Okay? They hide the faces of the judges. If not he who. Right? So he's going to remove them from power. He's going to take away the blessing that was given to them. The blessing that Esau was given, right? Now that the Edomites have it, he's going to remove it. Okay? In this wicked world, he's going to remove it permanently, never to come back again. Verse 10, behold, the day, behold, it is come. The morning is gone forth. The rod has blossomed. Pride has bud. 11. Biden is raising up into a rod of wickedness. None of them shall remain, nor of their multitude, nor of any of their, neither shall there be welling for them. No. The second shutdown, you ain't going to have time, right, to be welling for anybody close to that drops dead for whatever reason, right? It's going to get so bad, so ugly. Chaos is going to hit so hard. Everybody's going to be dumbfounded and confused. Fear, right, is going to come upon them. What to do? Okay? And, it's not only here, it's going to happen worldwide. Okay? Want to go to Jeremiah. Give me a minute. Chapter 6. Let me look for Jeremiah. Hopefully. Give me a minute. Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 6, I say, yeah. Chapter 6, verse 7. Here we go. As a fountain casts out her waters, so she casts out her wickedness. Violence and spoil is heard in her. Before me continually is grief and wounds. Yeah. As you heard, all they're really interested is in money, right? People in power. Money and control. Power. Okay? Just they keep on taking, they keep on stealing, raping, robbing, and plundering. Okay? I want to go to Isaiah chapter 57. Give me a minute. I gotta look for it. 57. Oops. Here we go. Verse 20. But the wicked are like troubled sea. Wow, that's a lot, right? When you say the sea, you're talking about a massive amount of people. When it cannot rest, whose water casts up, spreading or sweeping Slakia and dirt. Yeah. They want to keep on taking, keep on stealing, right? I mean, they were created, right, to be wicked, and they were created to be destructive. So how they're thinking, the ignorance in their mind that they're going to live forever, right, that their kingdom, their world is going to go forever, when they have destroyed, they're destroying everything, right? They damage the air, the water, the food, the clothes, the money. Now they want to go after people, after humans, right? They want to have ownership of humans' DNA. Crazy, right? Verse 21, there is no peace, says my Yahweh, to the wicked. No. They talk about peace, but they really don't believe in it. They don't care about it. Job chapter 15. Give me a minute while I go there. Verse 20. The wicked man travails with pain all his days, and the number of years is hidden to the oppressor. Yeah, we keep seeing all the wickedness, and we say, when it's going to end, right? I mean, they're living 80, 90 years old, right? They eat the worst of the worst. I'm pretty sure that the wealthiest wicked ones eat better, okay? Like, what's his name? Bill Gates, right? Who wants to promote artificial food for everyone. But I'm sure he doesn't eat what he is promoting, okay? Verse 21. A dreadful sound is in his ears. In prosperity, the destroyer shall come upon him. That's right. When he least expected. When Yahweh tells Yahweh Shai it is time, right? Because all we're waiting for is when they kick in the global ID, right? The digital currency fake money. But what really is going to cause Yahweh Shai to be turned loose is when they mandate the MOTB, right? The C-hit, the charagma, right? That they want to put in all of us. Verse 22, he believes not that he shall return out of darkness, and he is waited for of the sword. Verse 23, he wanders abroad for bread, right? For money. Always looking where he can take and steal. Where is it? He knows what he knows. Oh, wait. He knows that the day of darkness is ready at his hand. Yeah. He knows time is getting closer, right? They're watching, the Edomites with technology. Rest assured that they're keeping a close eye in the sky, right? And the more and more chariots, right, that they call UFOs, but they know that they're chariots, right, of Yahweh Shai with the angels as well. The more they see in space, that's how they know that time is getting near. 24, trouble and anguish shall make him afraid. They shall prevail against him as a king ready to the battle. Yeah. Not only they have to deal with what's going on Earth, right? The chaos, the destructive that they have created around the world, okay? That other countries now, Russia, China, and other countries are aiming missiles to America. They have to, keep an eye on that, but they have to keep an eye also in space. And they won't be able to handle all that. That's too much, okay? Not even AI will be able to help them. I want to go to, where am I? Okay, I want to go to Ezekiel chapter 7. Oh, turn all this over here. Verse 12. The time is come, the day draws near. Let not the buyer rejoice, nor the seller moan, for wrath is upon all the multitude thereof. Yeah. Edomites are very excited. The technology that was given to them by Yahweh Shin Yahweh Shai, okay? They are getting a lot of money, taking a lot of land, right, around the world, right? Taking gold and silver and whatever else that they want. But all that is going to be taken away from them, okay? And given back to us, the Hebrew Israelites. Verse 13, for the seller shall not return to that which is sold. Yeah. Although they were yet alive, for the vision is touching the whole multitude thereof, which shall not return, neither shall any strengthen himself in the iniquity of his life. Yeah. Everything that our people are buying right now or bought, whatever couple of years they got a home and whatever of cars and all that, you're not going to be able to keep. It's not ours. Not in this world, right? I mean, look what they're doing now. They, the prices of the value of homes, they're bringing them down so the wicked ones can, buy it, right? And since the dollar's getting weaker, our people, have to make a tough decision. Working more hours to pay for something that's not going to be theirs. Working more hours where they cannot then go and do the work of Yahweh Shin Yahweh Shai if they're called to do the work. Okay? Verse 14. They have blown the trumpet, even to make all ready, but none goes to the battle. For what happened there? For my wrath is upon all the multitude thereof. Yeah. I mean, look at right now, the Edomites in America, the military has been trying to draft people in. Nobody wants to sign up. Nobody wants to go. Right? So they're going to have to go to plan B. And that's bringing in the second shutdown. Verse 15, the sword is without, and the pestilence and the famines within. He that is in the field shall die with the sword, and he that is in the city, famine and pestilence shall devour him. Yeah, that second shutdown that's coming, all right, it's not going to be pretty. If you think that the first shutdown was bad, this is going to be worse. Verse 16, but they that escape of them shall escape, and shall be on the mountain like dough of the valley. All of them mourning, every one for his iniquity. Okay? So, no matter if they go to the mountain, go running after the government for help or save them, they're not going to be saved. Right? Our people, 2/3 of them, for some reason, want to keep insisting that all they have to do, right, is run back to Egypt and that they'll be okay. Well, they're going to have a rude awakening, okay, when they're running towards the Egypt for help and they're running into FEMA camps for their destruction. Verse 17, all hands shall be feeble, means weak. All knees shall be weak as water. Yeah, because there's going to be no food, right? When this second shutdown comes, everything's going to close. You know, where are we going to get food, water, right? You won't be able to stay wherever you're living. The city's going to get real bad, real ugly, right? It's going to get real bad. But we trust in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Verse 18, they shall also gird themselves with sackcloth, and horror shall cover them, and shame shall be upon all faces. It's going to be, the word is horror. That's how bad it's going to be. And baldness upon all their heads. Look at that. You know the intense stress of horror and fear that people are going to experience, and then malnourished, that your hair is going to be dropping, falling off your head. That's going to be, an intense event. And I'll leave it with verse 19. They shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed. Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the days of the wrath of Yahweh. Yeah. All these wicked Edomites in power, okay, everything that they stole around the world, it ain't going to save them. If they think that when Yahweh Shai comes, they're going to say, here, take it. We didn't know that you were that big, that powerful. Here. My bad. That ain't going to work. Okay? Then they're going to be able to snake their way out. They shall not satisfy their souls. No, because, they keep stealing. Right? No matter how much they have, they keep on taking. Neither fill their bowls, because it is in the stumbling block. It is the stumbling block of their iniquity. Yeah. They've been trapped. They've been set up. They've been checkmate. All these years that have been going around the world, raping, robbing, and plundering, right? Standing in people's other land, stealing their land. It's payback time when Yahweh Shai comes back, okay? I hope that this was edifying, and with that I'll say Shalom.